Welcome to Bottom Line Sports Talk. I'm George Abraham. You know my partner, Albert Cameron. Albert, story in the news about Ursuline with some alleged, we're saying alleged activity. We were not there. We did not know. We did not see it. But as coaches with about 75, 80 years experience, we have some thoughts, especially for young coaches, because I remember this like it was yesterday. You had gone down to visit your fellowship guys down in Central Valley. And you went in, you know, they've had great teams. Mm-hmm. You went in and you said, how are things going? And they said, Coach, they said, we worry about one thing more than anything else. Mm-hmm. The downtime when we're not on the field.
Right.
How do we chaperone them? Mm-hmm. How closely do we chaperone them? And obviously, as you say, and I wouldn't be naive enough to say here that we don't know what's going on out there. You would like to think things that have allegedly happened don't happen, but I think a coach would have to be foolish to think it couldn't.
Yeah, well, I wasn't foolish enough for myself. I tried to keep the best eye I could.
Oh, yeah.
But you can't do
I wasn't in there every second.
No, you can't. But you can do some things to curtail it a little bit, please. One thing I would never do is go on a more than one night
overnight trip.
Overnight trip.
Yeah, you're asking for it.
Yeah, you're just asking for trouble, especially when you go 4 or 5 days. In 4 or 5 days overnight.
No.
There's not a chance any team in the country.
No.
Something, now it may not be as bad as they alleged, but there'll be something stupid happen like.
Oh, no, it's guaranteed. Especially these young teenage males get together.
They see these girls,
and the other side, you know, they have that little bit of devil in them, as you know.
We all did.
Yeah, 17, 18, 6, whatever. But this is serious, obviously. It's not to be joked about.
We ain't joking
and there are going to be some repercussions, I'm sure. Now, I don't know if we'll ever know
where or what.
The true story, because like you said, we weren't there, and we're not casting aspersions. But we do know as coaches that it's something to really, really concern you.
Yeah, concern is the word. And when George and I talk about it, you heard us say already, it could happen to any school at any time. Please don't point fingers like, oh, I know. No, you don't know.
Wouldn't happen at our place.
How about they say that?
Oh, that's right. Oh, and you remember with the kids, like somebody would be critical of somebody's child, and then their kid gets up and he just runs wild, and you think, I remember, buddy. Yeah, you spoke too soon. Your guy isn't exactly a peach here.
No question. So don't be pointing fingers because it can happen at any school. Mm. But I'll say this: that
this is a big one.
The minute winning takes precedent over your integrity.
Yeah.
Any coach out there we're talking to, any parent we're talking to,
you're done.
That you're going to have problems.
Yep.
The discipline you thought you had is gone. The integrity you thought is gone, because if you're 8-0, it's not good enough, and all of a sudden now we have to get this 9th win.
We can't throw Joe off.
No, a kid that tells the teacher off that day in school, he throws his pencil at her.
Yeah.
And you say to the principal,
suspend them Monday.
Suspend them Monday.
Suspend them Monday.
Yes.
No, we know that.
Yes, it happens. That's what I'm saying. So all of a sudden you start, and then all of a sudden it leads to more and more and more. Before you're long, you're doing things you never thought.
And you know, we can extend this past the hazing and such. Now that they're paying these guys, it's not going to be long till they can't control them, because I heard Desmond Howard the other day was talking about, and you and I have discussed this. At what point does the $30 million quit coming in at Penn State?
You said that.
At what time does
You've been saying that forever.
I mean,
that was the thought.
It has to run out at some point.
I think it does too. It has.
Now the TV money's 21.
Right,
that could stay.
Yeah.
But it's an arms race right now, and you saw the two teams that brought in 70, North Carolina and West Virginia. They're both off.
70 players.
70. But what would you expect? They don't know each other's names.
I know. The coach doesn't know their name.
No.
I know.
No, you'd have to have them. They'd have to put their name in their helmet, I would guess, on a piece of tape. Would be the only
way you know.
Yeah. But I really like your number 3 there, discipline and integrity. They're way more important. Long after.
As teachers, George and I were teachers.
Yeah. We weren't mean, but there was a line.
The minute you do not have discipline and integrity, then your classroom it becomes something that kids don't look up to.
And if they're not paying attention, I remember I had very few teacher interviews, had a lot of coaching interviews. And every once in a while, that's when I knew they were really serious, when they got into in the teaching part. And I would just say, listen, if they're not paying attention, it doesn't matter what I'm presenting.
Right.
They're not listening.
Yeah, get their attention in the house with your parenting, get their attention in the school with your teaching, and get the attention, because we're doing a sports show as coaches, make sure they have your attention.
And
what's important to you?
What discipline? Your definition of discipline.
Yeah, not what you do to somebody, what you do for somebody.
That was Lou Holtz.
Yeah, that's so important.
Remember, he sent Ricky Waters home from Southern Cal.
Do it.
Said, I'm going to do you something for you. And Ricky thought he was staying.
Right.
He said, we're going to send you back to Harrisburg.
Yes, do it for you, not to
Yeah,
you.
they won the game too, by the way. Hey, Bo Brungard,
Unbelievable.
this isn't a big game. This is a
All-timer.
humongous game.
That's an all-timer.
I mean, look at that.
Record.
And that's a good win. It beat them worse than West Virginia.
Yeah, I like that score. I like that score a lot. And they scored every time they touched the ball.
Yeah.
Brungard rushed for 265 yards on 10 attempts.
Four tutties.
touchdowns, 12 of 16 passing, 122. We cover him a lot.
He's been on this show as much as us.
Yes, and that's the most yards by a quarterback in Missouri Valley Football Conference history. They're using him a lot. We talked about it on our radio show.
Yeah,
do worry about injuries.
Yeah.
When you're running the ball, the quarterback that much.
We talked about Army the other day. Their quarterback got hurt. They blow one to Tarleton. Should have never lost. But give them credit. They rebound. They go out to Kansas State and come from behind. But as you've said, and we talked about YSU a little on our radio show, if you're going to run the quarterback that many times, you can't be shocked.
I will say this. I do look at him, and he has a body that can take the contact. He's lifted. He's a stud. There's no question about it. But in that league, you have to be a stud. So we'll see what they do as the schedule moves forward into the league. We always just why
I remember not a fan of him off the field, but on the field, Urban Meyer was pretty good. Mm-hmm. And he would talk to the OC depending upon the competition. In other words, he'd say, hey, shut Bo down. Mm-hmm. No need to run Bo up 4 touchdowns. You know what I mean?
And this week is an example that we want to get Brungard Brungard. We want him healthy coming out of Michigan State. That's
oh my!
That you're going to a different breed.
I saw they probably should have lost to BC, but they came back. But the point is, I think if you gave me 2 channels, I could pick Michigan State out pretty quick as compared to say Westminster or Teal or something. There's a different look.
Different look completely.
Yeah, I agree.
The studs are just all over that field.
How about Crestview?
Crestview continues to impress. Friday they won 34-7 over United. They moved to 3-0. They outscored their opponents 103-14 this year, George. So they're getting it done offensively and defensively. George and I impressed that upon.
How about the rushing and passing?
That's how you do it.
179, 169.
That's how you do it.
What do we stop?
Balance is a great word in all sports. George, as basketball coaches, George always said, "Hey, if they get dubs from 3 or 4 guys, that's a hard.
Yeah, you're hard to beat. 4 guys get 13, 14 points. Now you're at 60, and I'll take my chances."
Yeah. So when you rush and throw for equal amount,
they do.
And the defense is playing great. We'll follow them closely this year. Good luck for you, Crestview. Also, Canfield and Mooney had a big game coming in undefeated. Canfield came away with a 24-14 victory, moved to 3-0. Mooney goes to 2-1. Landon Shiner, what a game for a defensive lineman. You don't see this happen too much. Recovered a fumble, sacked the quarterback, caught a touchdown pass, and blocked a punt.
That's a full day. That's a full day. He needed a shower after. He was worn out. God bless it. That's a big game.
When somebody comes to a game and says, which one's a Shiner kid?
Yeah.
And they said, watch what he does this game. You'll see he's number 86.
You don't have to ask twice.
No.
Right?
Well, no one do those things.
Remember what the guy told you? You asked them about the film. Great. They won 3-4 national championships.
Yes.
Westminster. And Al said to the guy, he said, what do you look for? He said, Al, they'll make 3 plays a game no one else could make. Yeah. I want that guy.
I want that kid immediately. Yeah, no question about that.
And this is it.
And that's Canfield moves to 3-0 as Enzo Coca throws 2 touchdowns in the game for a victory also.
He ran for one, too.
Yes, he ran for one.
High school, they're throwing the ball more and more. These old, the old, when we were there, Power Eye and, full house backfield. Today, everybody's in the spread.
Everybody. And I still don't like it.
I know.
No, I'm not the offense. I don't like it on the goal line.
No.
I like the offense.
Wait a minute. I'm coming in. I'm listening to the Vegas channel. This guy obviously lost the bet. I could tell he was out. You could always tell from my tweets who I had. But they come in and he said, this Dable, he wants to show you how smart he is. First and goal at the half-yard line. You got that monster from Arizona State back there.
Yes.
Now, don't show me how smart you are. Right. Give him the ball 4 times, just like the Seattle Skittles. If Pete Carroll gives him the ball, he's a 2-time Super Bowl champion, and he's a legend. He's got Scatterboo back there, and he's in the shotgun, 2nd and 5. No.
Quick.
You know who else? As famous as he's Sarkisian.
They all are, though, George. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Once again, somebody started it, and 9 out of 10 coaches, 9 out of 10, I'll say maybe I see one that goes under center for the push. Other than that, if there's not a push play,
how about last night?
They're snapping that ball.
Buffalo's down there, so they do the tush push. Now this is, the quarterback's smart. Gets to like the inch. So he gets it the next time. Goes over the top.
I saw that.
Goes right over the top.
You know they're going low. He said, I'll score it this way.
And I know someone had a 21-1 thing on that too. I won't mention any names, but the 4-man parlay was 21-1.
What do you mean by that?
He had 2 tutties.
Oh, you need that second touchdown. Okay, I got you.
All right, let's talk about the MLB. We wind it down, but we said we'll cover it to the end, even though yesterday, if you don't live in a city, you were watching NFL. If you live in Toronto, you live in Philly, you might still be you're real red hot on the Blue Jays or Phillies. Let's talk about it. Obviously, the extra wild card has added interest. We've said that. And not big fans of the MLB commission, but he has done that. And
that was a wise decision.
And they're playing everybody, probably a good one. We don't like the second base softball rule. We don't like that.
Yeah, but the interest is there in a million cities because at least 9.
Well, that's what makes it regional. See, that's where those sports are different. See, Tuesday night, if you live in Cleveland and the Blue Jays and Pirates are on, you're watching Bonanza.
Yeah.
But see, Monday Night Football,
everybody watches.
Everybody's watching. They got fantasy. They have drama.
Yes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Let's look at the Guardians. They're our guys. 72-70. Keep it up, boys. Another 3 weeks, 500. We'll be going to the window. That'll be it. 6-4 last 10, which was a little bit of a straight, and they were running a little sour there.
We'll take 6-4.
We'll take it the rest of the way.
We'll take 6-4.
And then a moment of silence for the Pirates.
They've been playing good till Milwaukee got to town, too.
What?
Wow.
I was going to say, I wanted to say this to you the other day. I'm watching Milwaukee and Philly. I think it was Suarez and Peralta. I wouldn't have wanted to get up there.
Yeah,
like if you just said, here's $1 million. All you have to do is
make contact.
I didn't say get a hit.
Right.
I said, Al, I think I'll sit this one out. My God. Then they come in and they hit in the clutch. There's no clutch according to these bow ties. Right. Watch Milwaukee play.
That's why they're winning.
And see if there's a clutch.
They don't have a superstar.
No.
But they got a lot of guys that can drive and run.
And I take Yelich quite often. They give him the night off.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's when you know.
Yeah.
6 in Pittsburgh, winding down. We know what they are, 5-5 last 10. Here's the thing about that. This is the marathon game. We've talked about this. It's a game of streaks. We have a buddy who plays it, and I know if I've told him once, I've told him 15 times, play the streaks. If they've lost, don't say, they're due to win tomorrow.
It's the opposite.
Because they're not. It's the opposite. A guy the other day was saying, how did Pittsburgh sweep the Dodgers? How did Pittsburgh sweep the Phillies, yet the White Sox swept them? That's called baseball.
That's what it is. It happens every year.
It happens. And it's going to happen next year.
Yeah, 162 games is going to happen. It's a lot of games.
Now, no losing streaks in September, though.
Yeah.
You can't. Giants are coming the other way.
That's when you're done.
Giants are coming from the rear. Yeah, you can do it. I've watched the Dodgers and Yankees all year. I'm going to make a statement. Remember now, I don't know who's going to win.
Right.
I don't think either team has the bullpen. Yankees have them in name.
They do have him a name.
In name. And let's talk about Chapman while we're here. I didn't have it down. He hasn't given up hitting for what, 49 batters?
Yes.
I mean,
crazy.
Pittsburgh could have signed him for $10 million. We'd be sitting with our feet up.
Boston's where they're at.
No question.
Once the game
He
is
comes in, it's over.
The game is over. Nothing
It's
greater
over.
than going sitting on in your stool and saying, "Oh, this one's over."
And by the way, you young people, take a look at the man and tell me lifting weights doesn't matter.
He's a
Twice a day man, isn't he?
yeah. They talk about him all the time. They said he might make some bad decisions in life, but not baseball wise. He's in that weight room, and he's their first guy and the last guy to leave.
Now, how about the Dodgers and Yankees? You follow the game.
Well, the Dodgers are dangerous
Because it hit him.
because of the first three guys in the lineup.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't think they'll use their bullpen. I think they'll bring their starters in, like their last two starters.
I get you.
Like Glasnow.
Like come in 6, 7, 8.
and
No, I get it. No.
You know, so they can do that.
Can they have a guy get 3 outs in the ninth?
I don't know that, though. Scott can't do it. I don't think Scott can do it.
No.
And it's much harder to get some good teams, too.
And we've seen Bednar. I've seen him come in for 2 months, and you can't touch him.
Yeah, he's been good.
Yeah,
He's been good. He's the one Yankees that's okay.
Yeah.
The other ones fell on the floor.
Yeah, you have to have it.
Yeah.
Skeens. Skeens now he's not. We've used all the hyperbole.
Yeah, anybody who follows baseball.
Let's just say this: he's doing things no one's done.
Yeah.
And I think that might be enough.
And he's doing it for a team that stinks.
Oh my!
You know, so he knows they're going out there. He can't give
2
3 runs.
He's done. He's done.
And Skeens has been amazing. If he doesn't get hurt, he's gonna break records. But you never know about pitching arms. But boy, is he unbelievable! Every time he goes out there, George, it's almost an automatic 7, 8 strikeouts.
I play first 5 under, and every once in a while the Pirates get a few runs, but week in and week out.
Once in a while.
Not often.
No.
Not often.
No. When they were winning some games, they did. They'll go right back to where they were.
Yeah, but I mean, with him, you can.
It's automatic.
No, it's not him.
Yeah.
He's gotten his ERA under Vita Blue, and he's the lowest in the modern era.
Yeah, when you're in the ones, it's
No.
it's pretty crazy, and that's what he's at.
No. Do you? Let me ask you. I say no because of the records, but someone asked me this, so I would ask you. Would they ever move the mound back? They're 300 hitters in the National League.
No.
Because of their records?
No. Yeah. I don't think they will because they're still hitting home runs.
Okay. I get you. No.
The home runs went down to 15.
Okay.
But there's guys in the 50s and 40s.
And they're all in the knob, so we know they're not going to hit for average.
They don't try to hit for average. They don't care about the average.
No, I got it.
Point.
That's why I asked you.
Yeah.
Week 2 was a little slow in NCAA football.
Slow ain't the word.
Well, week 1 was like,
That was a nice week.
oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was a nice week.
These FCS games, they take up too much space on my rundown. I don't like it to start with, and I'm tired of them.
Well, it's the scores this week were really outrageous. I mean, I talk about high school scores.
Yeah, that's what they were, clock runners.
60s and 70s to nothing. I mean, 60s and 70s, they scored 40. Then you say 50. You saw 60. I don't know if they kept their first teamers in. I don't know that. I just know the scores.
Well, we're doing the radio. We're doing the radio Saturday, and you liked Oregon, which was just a fabulous.
But that was
pick.
2 teams that should have been closer.
Yeah, that's FBS.
Yes.
But I when he ran his mouth early in the week,
Bad mistake.
I said, if that was me,
Bad mistake.
I'd wait till after. Yeah. Then I'd say, you know what? They're not that good, but I would not talk about them having 8 times my money before the game. Because you knew what was going to happen. And then he came back with a great retort. Lanning, he said, well, last week you had more money than East Tennessee State.
Yeah, you can't say anything. Then he
was it 70-3?
Then he coached, something like that.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it was something.
Let's look at what we did see. Kent playing 3 big boys. I'm really, if I were a parent even, I want to talk to that AD and say, I get playing 1, maybe 2. But when you start playing at Oklahoma and Texas Tech put 70 on you. And you know what? You saw Oklahoma against Michigan. You don't need to see anything else.
Yeah, defensively, they're really good. I said they're really good defensively.
You told me they were.
But I will talk about Kent State. They covered.
They put some
49.5.
I saw they got 14, didn't they?
49.5 points they covered.
God bless them, man.
They're cheering the coach on right now.
There was one this week. UMass, I was looking, their over-under was like 3.5, and they were playing Bryant. And I told Al, I said,
this is one of their wins.
If they don't beat Bryant, We know we're in.
Yeah.
Didn't they lose?
Right.
Then UCLA came back against Vegas, but they couldn't get over the hump. Now imagine you're 0-2 and you're in a league with Southern Cal, Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State, Oregon, and I'm going to tell you, we were on this one.
That's around Illinois.
Beat them up.
Yeah.
We were on. When you go into Duke, now this ain't the old Duke. No, this is Duke 2025.
Yep.
Unbelievable. Now Ohio State playing Grambling. I don't know how that happened. We had a guy call our show the other day, and Al just gave it to him. He said, "How in the world?"
How much money did Grambling got, George?
$1 million.
$1 million to take a wolf and
Which you understand.
To them, it's everything, right?
I remember when Dion was down at Jackson State or where he was, he said they didn't even have like a good hose. I mean, $1 million.
$1 million, think of that. $1 million. You know, the sad part of those games is the money's fantastic, but the kids, you're hoping they come back healthy.
That's the big
You're
thing.
always worried they're going to get beat up.
And Al and I have been at this long enough. We remember IUP coming to Youngstown, left with 3 quarterbacks injured. Yeah. These boys are different.
No, and that's Youngstown. I'm not saying Youngstown's good. I'm not saying but we're talking about Oklahoma.
No. Texas Tech.
Yeah.
Michigan.
Yes.
That's like this week, Villanova. Oh, by the way, we have to mention.
There's more games this week like that too?
One more. I mean, then a couple of interspersed. Remember, the SEC still plays 8. They're going to 9 next year, and it can't be.
They can't have as many.
No, but there can't be these. It has to be a Power 4.
Oh, it has to be.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. Okay.
They're coming toward 2 leagues like American and National, right?
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
We may not be around, but it's coming.
Happen.
And Penn State, by the way, you're not escaping my wrath either. Florida International, and now this is what happens. Your kids read the paper. They know they're 40-point favorites. They're in their Cadillacing, and they played lousy.
Yeah. How about how sad that is? You win 34-0, you stink the joint out. That tells you right there.
Yeah, it shouldn't be happening. Now they have Villanova next. They'll be motivated.
I believe this.
Yeah, all 3. Like, you give me one. Like, if you told me they had Florida International, Nevada, and Auburn, I'd have been fine.
Right.
If you'd have said they had, because really, you start messing around with Akron and Kent, you might as well play North Dakota.
Oh, no, North Dakota's better.
Absolutely.
No question.
Absolutely.
That's really
Yeah,
easy.
we've talked about that.
Yeah.
And the 2 that brought in 70, that's not working either. Rich Rod and Billy Bell. How about Billy Bell? He won't allow the scouts in. So they said to him, Coach, why don't you let the scouts in, from New England? He said, I'm not welcome there. They're not welcome here. Yeah. Screw your 80 guys that could get a look.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me at all. You could be vengeful in another
You'd be
way.
mad at me.
Yeah, but you can't do it to your kids.
Don't take it out on my players.
There might be a New England scout that really likes their wide receiver. Mm-hmm. It doesn't make a difference. You ain't seeing them.
You won't let them in.
Yeah.
I heard that. Yeah. I just can't. It's petty.
It is the move.
And it appears that
that's the word.
He's petty.
No doubt.
Yeah. When you hurt your own players.
It's the worst thing that can happen.
See, that's one thing I would never do. I gave those guys, if there was like a Keystone game or something, right. I was there vouching for them if I could help them in any way.
That's what they want.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Yes.
The Bama coach is safe for this week. Yeah, I heard a lady saying the other day, they said to this Southern lady, they said, what would you do if you won that Powerball? First thing I'd do, get that coach out of there. Give him 80 million, 60 million.
See, they would too. They would.
Oh, if he loses, listen, if he'd have lost to Monroe, he wouldn't be the coach today.
$63 million richer though.
They'll get it all. That's the job I want. I want him to kick me out and tell me, what did Orgeron say? Which door do I take?
Yeah.
He knew what to do.
He knew.
Yeah, but there is a sleeper, and I found him, and we kind of thought, but opening week, but I know now. I've seen the next 7 or 8 weeks of their schedule. Iowa State, they will be in the tournament. I'll be shocked if they're not.
Yeah, that's Campbell played at Mount Union. Yes, he's a local kid, so they know. So that's why you root for him.
You're not going to believe this. He's a regular-sized guy on the sideline. He played Pro Bowl at 275 or 280. He doesn't even look like he could.
Campbell did?
Yeah.
I'll look that up.
I heard a guy say that the other day. He said,
I don't think.
This guy played at 275 or 280.
I don't think Pete.
He doesn't look
No,
like
I
it.
think the guy's wrong. I'll get that.
Yeah.
I'll get that for next week.
Yeah,
I'll find
because
out.
I heard
I
it.
thought he played defensive back. That's why.
Oh, okay. Because I heard it and I said,
But I'm gonna
dang, he doesn't look.
I am going to look
Yeah,
it up.
most of these guys are a lot smaller, of course, but that would
But
be.
he looks way smaller.
Oh no, he looks like a regular guy,
Yeah.
without a doubt.
Yes.
Florida wasted all that goodwill. They're
And I was
done.
rooting for Napier too. I really was.
Yeah, we liked him.
I don't want him to get fired, but he's going to get fired now.
Oh,
After
yeah.
that loss, he's gone.
You know what hurts too? They're beating you with guys you wouldn't recruit.
Yeah.
When
That's what
South
South
Florida,
Florida's so happy.
now they're going to Miami.
South Florida or Miami, or Florida.
No, South Florida.
South Florida goes to
They're
Miami.
going for the trifecta. They knocked. Hey, and I saw Boise. Don't think we didn't know the first week if Boise was lousy.
Proves how good South Florida is.
That's what I'm
Yeah, that's what
saying.
it does. We thought that.
I said that the other day.
They finished up strong last
They
year.
got a
too.
chance. And by the way, another coaching. I'm going to say it. It's the most analyzed sport. They got 9,000 guys up there, but it's the worst coach sport in America.
On
You
game
had
day
to
it
let
is.
them score the other day.
On game day.
South Florida.
Yeah, you had to.
In other words, he let them run about 6 plays, and they
No,
kicked
I
the
was saying
field
the
goal
same
at
thing.
0.
I was saying the same thing. You're hoping they're going to miss a 10-yard field goal?
They're not going to miss it. Not a
No.
Grammatica. My God, it's in
No.
his genes.
Yeah.
No, you needed to let them score, and yet they
Come down
never.
over the
They
game.
don't do it.
Yeah,
They don't
they
think
don't know
about
either.
it. No, they don't. NFL. Now listen, I'm not going to pal on, but I'm going.
I
I'm
feel
gonna-
bad. I really do.
Yeah, I've heard of being unlucky. The thing.
They have both.
The thing with the quarterback,
They're both.
obviously, was a little mismanagement, a little unlucky. But when a professional kicker misses an extra point and a field goal to win the game, there's a little bit of me that says the Browns are jinxed.
It's both.
Okay.
It's both. It is, really is. Their decision making is not good.
No.
But it always seems to follow up with things that don't happen to other teams. So this kicker didn't miss any kicks.
No.
And whatever that league he played in before.
UFL.
He was kicker that miss any.
Ever. He can't make it.
He couldn't make an extra
No,
point.
I
Cleveland.
watched it.
What do you say?
I watched
He couldn't
it.
make an extra point, Cleveland.
And I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be patting him on the head either.
Never.
They pat him on the
Oh.
head. He'd be out.
No, and I would have
Yeah.
fought him in the locker
I'd
room.
be in the parking lot.
So that team played their butt off.
They should have won.
And here's the kicker behind that. See, everybody was saying, including George and me, and that's how stupid we are sometimes, saying, Cincinnati learned their lesson. They played.
Exhibition.
But-
Yeah.
They were pathetic in
They
that game
stink.
offensively. No.
They stink on offense, too.
Everybody said they're going to be great offense
Got
because they
120
played them in the
yards.
preseason.
Yeah, 120
They're the only
yards.
team that said, we're going to play our guys.
Yeah,
in the
because we
preseason."
don't start
How'd
strong.
that work? You
Didn't
won the
work.
game because you got lucky.
And the Dolphins, the Capri Pants,
No, that's
he'll
the
be
one.
out by.
They looked the worst of all the teams that looked
They
bad.
looked like the bus was packed.
That looked the
Yeah,
bad. That
they
looked the
did.
worst.
They played terrible.
You
They'll
made
be
a
done.
point that Tennessee and New Orleans looked better than them.
Oh, I
they
said
did look better than
no.
them.
I said I think I might have been wrong on both of them.
They looked
They
better
both
than
played
them.
better
They looked
than
better
them,
than them. Yeah,
without
they
a doubt. King Henry ran some more, but you can't cough up ball.
Yeah, how
As
about-
great as he is,
How about he fumbled a ball?
that was the game.
Pretty crazy. But how about how big and fast he is?
No,
No, in high school. I want to see high school.
no.
They said he was the greatest high school running back ever.
Yeah.
And I can see why.
Would you want to jump in
Who's
front
going
of
to
him?
try to tackle him?
No. You jump at his feet. See, then he jumps
pros
over.
are scared of
Then
him.
he jumps over you, and you don't do bad. It's amazing.
And he runs
when
away from you.
No, and the other guy, Coach Bench Press, and Shanahan.
Shanahan won one.
He's lost more games with a lead than anybody. He and Harbaugh, it's a race. They were ahead by
What a race
double.
to have, huh?
Oh my! No, and I have a pet peeve. I'm going to finish on it. This is me. This isn't now. Guys on national network. He has a forum to go
Fuck
to.
everybody.
With you. I'm sorry. You want to say with you, and you're doing the local Steeler broadcast?
No,
That's fine.
It's not right there either.
With you. I'm with you. I mean, by the way,
I'm with you, fans.
there's a T on that word left hand. There's a T on there too. Thanks again for watching Bottom Line Sports Talk. See you next week.